Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's really cool if you look at the names that are on that list. I mean, you're talking about the all-time greats with Drew Brees and Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. So just to be on that a part of a list that has those names on there, I mean, it's a special accomplishment, and I'm glad I have the people around me and the coaches around me to be able to do it.
You've been through plenty of games, Pat, where you have to play even though you're nicked up. You saw a play in the second quarter. Just what were the challenges of playing through that today, and what were you trying to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't many challenges. I mean, I feel like I was fine. I feel like my feet got bad there in the second half, and then I missed the deep throws whenever they were there. And so when you're playing a defense like this, whenever they give you opportunities, you have to execute on them. And I didn't today. I took what was there and did a lot of good things as far as moving the chains in that first half, but in the second half, I just missed a lot of throws that I have to hit.
So you didn't feel like the hit impacted you?
No, I mean,
You just felt like your mechanics were just.
yeah, I feel like, I don't know if it impacted at all. It was just my mechanics. I lost my mechanics in that second half, and I was trying to find a way to get back into them. And I think you saw in even some of the completions, or at least I felt like my feet weren't in the right spot. I was kind of throwing off my back foot. And I think that whenever I get in that mode is whenever I can struggle. And so I have to be better at kind of correcting that stuff in game.
What's the process of correcting that?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, when you're out there and live, people are flying around you. But I just have to be better at stepping up in the pocket, finding that soft spot in the pocket, and then making the throw. And I think even the last one to Marquez on the sideline, that's a throw I've thrown a million times. And leaving it short, I told him to get to the sticks and go out right there at the sticks, and then I was the one that threw it short of the sticks. So just have to be better. I have to be better about hitting those throws whenever they present themselves.
Interception, where do you draw that line between trying to make that play and preserving field goal position?
Yeah, it was a bad throw just in general. I mean, I left it really far inside. I don't know if Watson would have been able to catch it because I threw it so far inside. I thought there was a window there, but those throws that we talk about, that's like a him or nobody, kind of like the one at the end of the half where you throw it on the sideline. If he can make the catch, he makes the catch. If he doesn't, then it's just an incompletion. But that was just a bad throw that a good player made a good play on. So I just have to be better, especially in the red zone, of not turning the ball over.
So you did have a deep connection with Kadarius was early in the games. What do you think he can do for your offense as far as maybe things that people haven't seen as you enter the postseason?
Yeah, I think he's another weapon. I mean, obviously I've seen him when he gets the ball and he can make people miss and make stuff happen. But I don't think people have really seen him run those deep routes yet. And so when you have another guy that can go deep and take the pressure off guys like Marquez and McCole when he gets back and J. Watt, Sky, all those guys, you can have another guy. It helps you can be more diverse as an offense. They don't know where it's coming from.
Patrick, what is most satisfying from today's performance, even though you feel like there are things you could have done better?
It's not a lot satisfying for me, but I mean, just the fact that we battled through. I mean, the defense played their tail off. We put them in a lot of bad situations, and they kept making stops, especially in that second half. I thought the O-line played well. I thought the receivers and tight ends played well, and I just got to be better at putting the ball on them in good spots. I feel like I didn't play at the top of my game today, and I thought the guys around me stepped up. So that's the best thing I took from it was I'm not always gonna have my best stuff, and when guys around me step up and we can still win football games, it's a good sign.
McKinnon's got 7 touchdowns receptions the last 5 games. Is that play calling, or is that you developing more trust with him in the red zone? Why is he suddenly caught fire?
Yeah, I was talking to him about it. He just finds a way to get in the end zone. I mean, a lot of those things, he's not the first read. He's not the second read. The first one we had the little screen pass versus the pressure look that they had that we called, that the coach EB and them called. That was a great call. I think the fact that he's able to just be in the right spot at the right time, whenever I need to hit a check down, I can get it to him, and then he makes the most out of it and getting into the end zone. I mean, it's cool to see because he just does his job. I think that's the biggest thing is he does his job to the best of his ability, if that's protecting, if that's running a route, whatever it is, running the football. And those are the guys that you need to go out there and win football games. And, I mean, you just want other guys to keep doing that because he does it to the best of his ability every single time.
Patrick, it seems like
Go.
it seems like you're pretty frustrated with today. I wondered if that's going to change the upcoming week at all. Do you still treat it just like the traditional?
Yeah, I just got to continue to go back to my fundamentals, especially as the season goes on. You get in funk sometimes, and you have to find a way to battle through, and we did today. But I'll just really emphasize my feet, having a good base in the pocket, and making the throws. And so it's hard to get reps in those deep ones because you're at the end of the season. You can't get a lot of reps. But when we have them in practice, I'm going to try to make sure I throw them the right way and don't just throw it for the completion, throw it for the touchdown.
Maybe this is putting a too positive spin on it. Do you feel like it's
Yeah, I mean, especially when you win. When you win and you don't play your best ball, you don't feel like you play your best ball. That's always a good thing. But I mean, we had a really good first half. We didn't score. I had the bad interception in the red zone. You take a lot of good things from this. Fourth quarter we played well. But at the end of the day, we have to find a way to, for 4 quarters, play our best football whenever we get to the playoffs. And I feel like we still haven't done that yet.
Watching the Bills-Bengals game tomorrow night, how's the scenario for you to watch a game like that?
Yeah, so keep me up past my bedtime. It's like going to end up starting at like 8 o'clock. So I try not to be too invested in it. I mean, it's going to be a great football game with 2 great teams and teams that you're probably going to see in the playoffs. Probably both or one or the other. And so you just try to just watch it as a fan, like I always do. I mean, it's great quarterbacks, great defenses, great players. And as a fan of the game, I like watching great football teams go up against each other.
Patrick, you guys have continued to win these games against the AFC West, 5-0 this year, but every one of them has been close. They've been dogfights. What is it? Can you put your finger on why you guys are able to win these close games against your competition you have to face twice a year?
The biggest thing I could say is the coaches prepare us. The coaches prepare us to play these games against. We know we're gonna get their best shot every single time, and they've prepared us to put us in situations when stuff's not going good. How can you find a way to make it positive? For us. We've done a great job, but even when we haven't been playing our best football, we've been able to respond and find a way to win them.
Patrick, you still one more game left. You hear the fans yelling MVP, similar to guys in the NBA, free throw line, man. What's that feeling like for you?
Yeah, it's special, man. This Arrowhead's a special place, and the fans, Chiefs Kingdom, is a special group of people, and to get their support every single time I'm out here or if I'm in public or whatever it is. It's something that I'll always cherish. And so them to support me and to support this team like they do, it's something that I don't think anyone else that's not a part of this Chiefs football team will ever understand.
Patrick, you had mentioned before about Marquez and some other players, but kind of focusing on Marquez. As you get closer to the playoffs, as you enter the playoffs, how valuable will he be for you? Because looking at his numbers over the last 5 games, it hasn't been as a starting wide receiver something that you would write home about. How do you keep him involved? I know he had 7 targets during the day, but on the 2 catch, how do you keep him involved going further into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I went right up to him after the game and just told him I'm let him down today. I mean, he had probably 2 touchdowns of over 50 yards that he should have had today, and I missed the throws. One was short, and I know there's pressure, but I can make that throw, and one was long. So I have to be better, and I tell him just to continue to go, and that's the type of player he is. He's going to continue to be out there and be a playmaker, and I think you've seen in our big games this year, he's been the guy that's been very valuable to us, and I expect that to happen in the playoffs. When you have that game-changing speed and ability, you're going to be a guy that we need when it comes down to where we want to go.
Last 2, Herbie and Bud.
Patrick, just to follow up on Todd's question on Jerick McKinnon, to put it in perspective, he's the first running or the only running back since 1970 to do it. Guys like Marshall Faulk haven't done it. Damian Tomlinson didn't do it. When you hear that, now how special is this touchdown bench that he's on as a receiver?
No, it's extremely special. I mean, it's so cool to me because he's one of those guys that he does, like I said, he does it the right way. It's not like he's looking for the glory or the praise. He just comes to work every single day with a smile on his face, and he brings the energy. And if you ask anybody in the locker room, he's probably one of, if not the favorite guy in the locker room. Everybody loves him, and that's the type of guy he is. And it's good to see that it's paying off of the hard work that he's doing. And hopefully he can keep scoring touchdowns. This is a good thing for us.
Patrick, one other thing on Jerick, that the second touchdown, can you just describe how that unfolded? Because it looked like he slipped out pretty late from the backfield, a little protection first.
Yeah. No, the second one the first one he slipped out. It wasn't a protection. He was supposed to slip out of the backfield. We were kind of bluffing the protection and wanted him to kind of do that. And the second one was a great design play the coaches had where they wanted to get that attention on all those guys on the right, especially Kelsey. And then we slipped kind of jet out of the backfield, and then he kind of ran underneath Marquez. Marquez did a good job of kind of running interference or whatever you call it. And so it's a special thing that the coaches can always design great plays, and then you go out there and execute, and it takes everybody. I mean, like I'm saying, running interference, I mean, everybody's laughing. I mean, you have to have that fine line of running interference and not picking, and I think that's something that you have to really emphasize because it's emphasized in the league this year.
All right, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.